There it is. What is it we're talking about again?
The playground. We could just do that really quickly.
Oh yeah, you say it.
Hey guys.
Hey guys. I knew you were gonna do that. PBIS Pod from home.
Oh, I can't even do it. I don't even want to try.
PBIS Pod.
From home. Home cat.
From home. With.
Okay, so no pointer today, more a request. We're putting this out there, right? So we have the most amazing PTO ever, as we saw. What was that, Monday? When was the lounge?
Oh, the little snacks. I know, that was so nice.
So unexpected too. So
I love that skinny pop and that pirate's booty.
oh my gosh, they're so sweet.
I know.
Doing stuff like that for us. So anyway, they have had a request for, I don't know, 2 years now.
Yeah, it's
Maybe
been
longer. I feel like we keep putting it off. Well, I mean, COVID put it off. Let's blame it on that.
COVID and
life.
But
so for the last couple years, they love the blacktops that we did. And they have set aside money for us to do something to the track.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
And they have asked us to come up with some ideas. They'll pay for the paint, the supplies, and they want us to do something on the track. And we would like to do that for them, and for the kids.
Yep.
Right? Not just for them, for the kids. So we need help. I'm really tired. This is great.
Same. Okay. It's okay. Let's get it together. Okay. Here we go.
Step out of it. Okay.
Hey guys.
Psych myself up. Painting. Who wants to paint with us? We need some creative people. First of all, to come up with some ideas for the track.
And nothing major. Just maybe nothing as extravagant as what's on the blacktops.
No.
But, just any little thing that just could add,
color. Now we are going to add, we promised to let there be a section for the 5th graders from last year to come back and sign.
Oh, that's right, because they kind of left. Yeah.
So they didn't get a goodbye. So we're going to keep that promise and let them have a little section. But I am not out on that track. So especially we're talking to 2nd through 5th grade teachers who take their kids out there. I'm so sorry. I will turn that on silent. That is very disruptive. Right in the middle of it was my Christmas ringtone, and I haven't even.
Your house is nice.
Thanks. I'm actually being very strategic in the way I angle my body right now, so you don't see certain things. So you just see the princess castle right there.
Not the kitchen, because there's probably dirty dishes in there.
Oh, there totally is.
I mean, not just. I didn't mean you. I mean in my sink. I'm sure.
But you were correct. It is my house.
I'm almost positive.
What were we saying? Okay, so I don't know what the older grade kids would enjoy, and I don't watch what they do out there on the blacktop, but we could do really anything. So people who are creative, people who have ideas, and then more importantly, people who want to help us.
Yeah.
Do it.
And, it would probably be, and I know what everybody's thinking, you're like, we don't have time because, there's just so much going on. Obviously this isn't happening right at this moment.
No, it's going to happen right after school on Monday, after your first face-to-face kids come.
No pressure.
You'll have your masks on, so it'll be good. You'll be fine with the paint fumes.
So starting Monday, we'll give 2:30. 2:30.
2:30. Give you some time to,
go to the bathroom.
Right.
Just kidding. That's just a little.
Just kidding. You don't get to go to the bathroom.
Just kidding. No bathroom break. Straight to the track to paint. So anyway, it would probably be more on a teacher work day. That's kind of how we did it in the past, for those of you that weren't here when we painted the track before. And obviously we're not saying you'd spend your whole day there. We'd kind of do a sign up, 30 minutes, an hour, whatever you could give, anything really, anytime, just to, and it's just such a good, it's a fun activity. It's good, team building and, when working with other people that maybe you don't normally work with. So,
we like to pick either extremely cold times of the year or extremely hot. We don't like to just pick a mild day. So it's either 30 degrees or 100.
We'd like to find a happy medium, hopefully.
Yeah, maybe we can find like a fall or spring date where it's normal weather outside.
So point is just kind of, be on the lookout for when we start asking for volunteers. Like I said, you don't have to, but, just kind of a little fun thing to do, especially if you're creative and good at painting and drawing, you know who you are.
Or if you don't want to do the painting, if you don't want to give your time, or you just can't even think about that right now, but you do have an idea.
Yeah.
That would be helpful to us, because if we can start getting the ideas, then we can start moving forward, because I feel like we've just kind of been walking around in circles. Hence, it's a track, so that's... I'm glad I make you laugh.
I was just sleepy.
You appreciate it.
So, yeah.
Yeah, cool. That it?
And like I said, the PTO just does so much, and they kind of asked, for us to do this, and asked a while ago, not like recently, like they know how busy everyone is, but, and like Erin said, we've kind of been putting it off. So we just want to make sure they do so much for us and are so great to us and to the school. So, it's like kind of the least we could do. So if you're creative or if you're not creative, I'm not creative at all, but I'll help. If you just tell me what to
paint. You just point Andrea in the right direction and she'll paint whatever.
I'll paint everything. Yeah.
Anything.
I actually painted this room not the whole room, but the
You did half of it?
I only did half
of it. That's your claim to fame. I painted half of it.
Called, I can't even think of it.
An office?
No, the baseboard.
The base. That you asked what the room was called. I'm like,
yeah, where am I?
It's really late, guys. We're really tired. Where am I? Okay. All right. So email us your ideas, suggestions, and then, or if you're willing to help.
And then, and then probably in a couple weeks or so, once everything,
You don't even want to say it.
I don't even want to say it because I feel like it's just, how about just, I'll just say, take that part out.
In a couple weeks.
In a couple weeks.
Period.
Let me try that again. Just be on the lookout, for maybe a little sign up. And anytime, 10 minutes, 30 minutes.
All day, whatever you want to give. Yeah.
All day. Okay.
All right. So, all right, we've got some interviews I'm going to put in here or show you, play. Not now.
Yeah, we got a couple good ones.
Yeah, so a couple interviews about some jobs, impressive first careers before teaching.
Impressive. I mean, one person's kind of famous.
Kinda. Actually, two. Both, I think, kind of a little bit. When our topic was things you did before you were a teacher, both Madison and I guess Madison knew about Dana too?
No. Well, some. I knew some.
Okay, because it's insane. She's lived 400 lives before. She's had a billion different jobs. I've only ever been a teacher. I mean, I worked at a hair salon for a little bit, but as a receptionist. And Madison, you've had...
most of my high school growing up, I worked at our dance studio, if you danced there and you helped out. But after that, my mom decided I needed a job during the holidays. So I worked at Honey Baked Ham one time, which was terrible. And then I was an elf at the mall with Santa.
You were Santa's elf?
I just wore a plaid vest and told people where to stand.
The best part of that story that you're leaving out is that you got fired from being...
I got fired, but it wasn't my fault. My so they told us that, they're like, what days can you not work so we don't put you on the schedule? And my sister and I were both working there. And we said, please don't put us on this specific Saturday because it's Iron Bowl, which for those people that don't know, it's Auburn-Alabama game, which is huge. And I said, please don't put us on Saturday. And the lady put us there, and we both were like, we can't work that Saturday. we have tickets to this game. And she said, if you can't work, you're done. And we were like, bye, Santa.
Took your little elf shoes and hat and threw it on the ground and stomped out.
I took off my plaid vest.
I really want a picture of you as an elf. I hope we can
I'm
find
sure
one.
there's one somewhere, but like this was pre having a phone with a camera on it.
Yeah, you'd have to look up an actual photograph. So, Dana, you, I met you, gosh, how many years ago was it? Dana came here 7 years ago as a categorical for me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And was in my room all day. We found out we had a ton in common, including our birthday.
Right. Mm-hmm.
And then later, what is that called? A zodiac sign? Like,
oh, the Chinese New Year.
yeah. So like, not only are we the same day, but we're also the year of the boar, I think it is.
Mm-hmm.
Which are like so spread apart. Like the years that those fall on. You're what?
I'm a rabbit.
Oh.
I missed Dragon by 1 year. It's super disappointing.
I know, Dragon's the best.
I know. Boar is probably the worst.
Yeah. I know.
It's like a fat, boring pig. Like, those are things that come to my head. So.
Rat might be worse.
Yeah, my sister is a dragon, and she loves to remind me how I'm a pig.
Okay, so, Dana, what did you do before you were a teacher? And just pick a few.
Pick a few.
Pick a few. Pick your most interesting ones.
Oh, okay. Well, my favorite and most interesting was when I worked as a sculptor and worked with metal. I worked with bronze and aluminum, and we made plaques and we made sculptures, and we did work in all over the whole world. In fact, we did the fancy fretwork that you see along the tops of doorways at the Smithsonian. We made the plaques for the Navy. The Navy gives out plaques to their different people, and we made the plaques for the Navy. And I was just telling Lindsay the other day, I actually held an Oscar because we made the molds for the Oscars. So when we were making the molds, they brought in an Oscar. And if you guys ever drive down 141 and you see the sign for Laurel Springs, we made that sign outside Laurel Springs from Cleveland, Ohio.
What? I mean, so cool. Like welding metal and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You get to wear the little hat with the
I didn't actually do the welding. That part was done by somebody, because it was mostly men that were in that business. But my good friend who does large sculptures, he did a lot of welding and things like that.
So
yeah.
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
How did you fall into that?
Yeah.
Well, I had a background in art because I started out as a fine artist. And so I had a background in art, and I met someone who needed just a sales manager at their business. And so I just started in as a sales manager. And then I got to know all the sculptors and everybody there. And we all started working together. It was like kind of like a little collaborative.
That's so cool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was kind of cool too, because the sculptor, not only were there metal sculptors there, but we had a marble sculptor, and that he did amazing work.
How do you sculpt marble? Is it like just chiseling and smoothing?
His name Michelangelo.
Yeah. A couple of our sculptor friends went out to Hollywood and worked for Disney, doing robotics for Disney. Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Yeah, so it was a really cool job. It was. Mm-hmm.
And then you thought to yourself, I'd rather teach.
No. No, I moved to Atlanta. That's when I got into teaching.
We're so glad you did. Man, you've saved my life so many times.
Thank you.
Saved my life as a categorical, was the best preschool teacher for my son, and now my daughter.
Well,
Thornton
thank you.
is like an institution here now, so I can't imagine if you hadn't become a teacher.
Well, thank you.
Where we would all be.
I appreciate it.
So is there any drastically different job you've done than sculpting or teaching?
Oh, gosh. I mean, I've done everything.
I know. Literally, think of a career, and she's like, yeah, I did that. Banker.
Yeah, I was a makeup artist at one point. Let's see, I was a screen printer. Let's see,
sorority house mom.
Oh yeah, I worked at a sorority as a house mom for a while.
Okay, that sounds like the best job ever.
It was fun.
I'm surprised that's not your job, Madison. Like, I don't know how that's not your job right now.
I'd be so good at that.
That was fun. Yeah, my mom was sick, so I could only work part-time, so I got this job, and I was working on a master's, and I got this job at Kent State University working at the sorority. Yeah, that was fun. It was crazy.
Awesome. So cool.
And then I hired my cousin, who's a chef, to do to cook for them because she was in between jobs. So my cousin was the chef there.
Wow.
I'm surprised you weren't the chef, Dana. Honestly,
Oh, no.
I'm surprised you didn't do both.
Oh yeah, she's good at. Oh, her cheesecake is my favorite thing in the whole world.
So also a chef.
Thank you.
So a baker, a chef, a welder, a makeup
A
artist,
dabbler.
a house mom, a gambler. Did you say?
A dabbler. No, my dad is the gambler.
I told Madison that I actually came up with this topic with you in mind. Like I was like, this is I'm like, I told Andrea, have you ever talked to Dana about like her million different jobs? And oh no. And I'm like, they're fascinating.
Oh, thank you. I don't know what to say.
I'm saying a very interesting person. So we wanted to interview you.
Thank you. Thank you.
I mean, I don't know if you can beat being fired as an elf. But
Yeah, that was a good one. Being the elf.
I was the top seller of turkey at Honey Baked Ham one weekend. Top seller of turkey.
Wow.
So I got to step out from behind the
one
counter.
weekend.
One weekend. Well, nobody else could sell the turkey because it was Christmas. They all
How
wanted
hard is it
ham.
to sell turkeys around Christmas? That's like saying it's hard to sell them around Thanksgiving.
But people don't go to Honey Baked Ham to buy turkey. They go to buy ham.
Okay.
So they were like, we need you to promote our turkey. And I was like, anything that gets me away from opening foil packages of ham and showing people their ham. And let's just say that the people that work in the back of Honey Baked Ham, like shaving the ham, are some interesting folks.
That's kind of
I did enjoy working with them.
that's kind of like people who work with metal. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's some
Ham,
interesting
metal,
people. Yeah.
those type of people.
Yeah. People who pour metal in a foundry. Yeah. There's some real
We come
interesting.
full circle back to the boar at this point.
Yeah.
All the way back to the board.
What I thought was really funny too was how you named Ellie,
Mm-hmm.
and my mom's name is Elliot, and that's her maiden name, and that's Ellie's Elliot.
Ellie's name is
And
Ellie.
then the other day she told me how her sister's child is named Gwenny,
Mm-hmm.
and that's my grandmother's name. So it's just so weird.
Like you're separated at birth, except I don't have your skills.
Oh,
The
right.
same person. I don't know, Aaron. You could totally
Be a
weld.
Yeah.
I think.
Oh, I would get into it. I would get it. I'd be down to learn how to weld for sure.
Did you see Erin with like face shield and she's like,
I can. I'm already picturing it. Now I want to. Oh, Dana, I'm so glad you agreed to come on. Thank you
Yes.
so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. I won't make you figure out a Madison exit. If Andrea were here, she would, but that really puts people on the spot, unless you have one on the top of your head.
What's the Oh, I know. You know what you did last week when I worked behind the cosmetic counter.
Mm-hmm.
We used to do that, and we'd say, "Okay, I have to go down to the basement and get a lipstick."
There it is. She came up with it anyway.
I love it.
I love it. Thanks, Dana. You're the best. What did you do before you were a teacher? I hear that you have like an interesting story.
I did. I actually started off out of college working for an advertising agency in South Carolina. So nothing to do with teaching.
Wow.
Yes.
What's it like in the outside world?
You know, you can go to lunch.
What?
Yeah. So
I don't.
sometimes I lived so close to where I worked that I would go home and take a nap during lunch.
That's amazing.
it's a dream.
Yeah, it is.
As Madison would say, #life goals.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, wow.
Yeah.
Okay, so what did you do with this advertising agency?
So one of my clients was the Greenville Humane Society. And so one of my favorite jobs, I know, it was super fun. I would go on Fridays to the shelter and I would pick up an animal and, they'd have it all bathed and put a little handkerchief on.
Oh my gosh.
And I would take it to the local news station, the NBC affiliate, and we would have the Pet of the Week segment, and I'd get the dog on the news table and he would like sit there. Sometimes he would not sit there. Sometimes he would like jump off and I'd have to catch him midair. Or they'd like, pee on, live television or something like that.
Sure.
But
So
yeah, it was.
You were on live television once a week?
She's like a celebrity.
Yes, I had to be on live television once a week. Yeah, so I had to actually had my act together and shower and all that kind of stuff.
So I should have kept all those access tests that you had your signature on, right?
Definitely.
I shouldn't have just tossed those.
I'm sorry.
No, yeah.
I have a Post-it here. Will you sign it?
Yes, you'll be getting your J3s in the next week, so y'all can have my signature then.
Oh,
Great.
good. Okay, good.
I was wondering where those were.
Well,
Yeah.
what made you change your career to be a teacher?
Why
would anybody?
I made more money as a teacher than I did in advertising.
Really?
Really?
But you got to nap.
I did get to nap. That is
No.
also
And hang out with dogs.
Yeah.
And hang out with
I also worked for one of my clients was a I guess since this is a national syndicated podcast, so
Right.
That is correct.
I won't disclose the name of the national sub chain. But I used to have to, this is super degrading, but every time I would travel with this one company, one of the owners was, since this is PG, he was kind of a jerk. I used to have to be in charge of holding his gum. And so anytime that he wanted gum,
Not from his
no,
mouth.
not like old gum.
Oh. I was
All
like,
three of
yeah,
us were
we were
very
like,
concerned.
I'll be a teacher.
Yeah,
It's
I'll
fine.
do-
I'm not holding anybody's gum.
But I would have to give him gum whenever he wanted a piece of gum. Like I was like some gum servant. So
what?
yeah, he was weird.
Yeah, clearly.
Clearly.
But
Wait, what kind of gum was it? Was it zebra stripes? So you had to give it to him every couple of minutes because that stuff doesn't last? Or
yeah, I don't know actually. I can't remember.
That's the kind that
It
didn't
was
get
so
stuck
long
in
ago.
braces. You could have the zebra stripe gum when you had braces. That's all I remember. Because it's the only gum that you could have.
That's, you're right.
Shirley couldn't have Big League Chew.
Oh, I love that stuff. Or bubble tape. I used to love that
Oh,
too.
yeah, that's good stuff.
So was the gum kind of the thing that made you get out of that, or?
Yeah, I mean, it just,
It was the last straw.
goes out. I mean, at least the dogs didn't ask for gum, Yeah.
Yeah,
Nice. They treated you with more respect than that guy.
They did. They really did.
Wait,
Even
I
if
want
they
to
peed
know,
on
with the dogs, did they all get adopted?
Yeah, that was the best part when you would find out the next day or something that they got adopted. You're like,
Yay!
that was the fun part of advertising. Yeah,
Did you go to school to be in advertising?
I did. Yes, I did not go to school to be a teacher. I can put together a PR campaign for everyone for the microphone.
Yes.
Would you?
Yeah, yeah.
I'm not
It
joking.
needs.
I can write talking points.
We want to stand.
That's
Yeah,
the-
I want it to be able to come down.
drop down. I used to also have to do radio too sometimes.
Bongiovi, we should have had you for our first. We needed you for just the beginning of the podcast. This is.
Yeah.
We've been.
Balance and
Can you advertise our nationally syndicated podcast?
Yes, I could also do that. I'll write some press releases.
you should.
We only have about probably 30 viewers.
What do you, as a person in advertising, do you like Madison's song for our podcast?
Do you want to hear it again?
We always.
I
do.
don't think I heard it.
Okay, hold on.
Madison, please demonstrate.
Should I do full exit?
Yes.
Full.
Okay.
Always.
There are no half measures here.
No.
This is the PBIS Pod.
I like it.
I like your anchor chart in the back too.
Yeah,
And
I do like that anchor chart.
I too do a bit of advertising. It's called Getting Kids to Pay Attention.
Yes.
Yes.
So
I
Bon
know-
Jovi, that's what we ask of all of our guest hosts. You need a signature sign off.
I've been thinking about this and taking polls way more than I need to with this past.
What? Okay, I'm so excited.
All right, so I watch a lot of Real Housewives.
Same.
It's a problem.
Same.
So I've been thinking about my my tagline.
Yes.
So instead of like a little motion or whatever, I was thinking that people need to start doing a real teacher of Medlock Bridge tagline.
This is advertising. We needed to have her. She could totally
Next
revamp
week's
everything.
pod, come on and share your tagline.
Yes. Yes.
I like that one.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, what's your tagline then?
Okay, here it goes. What language do I speak? 1, barely.
And you said it with just enough attitude to sound like a housewife. That was perfect.
I was trying to actually find a globe. You know how they hold like peaches or apples? I was trying to find a globe,
Oh
but
my
sadly I
God.
did not have a globe. I guess there's a globe in the background.
Right there.
Bernie
Look
does
at that
there.
one works perfectly.
Yeah.
Oh, that does.
That
Yeah,
was-
it looks like you're holding it.
What language do I speak? 1, barely.
Perfect. We got that.
That's a wrap. Today is Madison's birthday.
Oh my gosh, you're kidding.
No, so we have to do a special shout out to Madison for her birthday.
What a great day.
Yeah. Happy
Plus,
birthday.
she's not even here, so she gets to hang at home on her birthday. Lucky duck.
I know. So happy birthday, Buzz.
Happy birthday, Madison. You
We
make
love
our PBIS podcast
Complete.
like nothing we ever thought it could be,
Yep. You take us to a whole nother level. We love you.
especially with your sign off. Love you.
Exactly. Love you.
Na 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 na.